Sir Henry's Haunted Trail is an outdoor haunted attraction, as you can tell, here in Plant City, Florida. We have 3 haunted trails, 2 escape rooms, laser tag, and a whole midway area full of scare actors. This is our 9th season doing this, so we've grown each year and we've grown even more for 2022. So 2022, we took one of our trails, it's kind of our woodsy trail, and we demolished it. We just bulldozed everything, leveled everything out, and we rebuilt it from the ground up, and we created essentially a whole little city in this trail. And so when you come through, a lot of the stuff you're going to see is kind of alleyways and a town square, much like you'd see in St. Augustine in the historic district, or even in some of like the alleyways in London. The architecture and height we played with is something our guests have never seen before out here this year. And this is our Headless Trail, and this is the theme we're doing this year is the Headless Horseman, our spin on that. I love the Headless Horseman. The story of it's near and dear to my heart. Me and my wife actually got to visit Sleepy Hollow on Halloween a couple years ago, so that was a very cool experience. But I've wanted to do this theme for a while now, but I didn't want to do it until everything was right for us. And it was right this year, and then we're also bringing in a live horse, an actor, for the nights of the event to play the Headless Horseman. So we're going all out with this trail. I didn't want to do the Headless Horseman if we couldn't have a live horse and an actor. And so guests will get to see that. You never know where it's going to be. And when you spot it, you're going to be like, oh my God, that's the Headless Horseman. All of our trails are all storyline based, stories we come up with. The spin we put on the Headless Horseman is that he had a hidden fortune that he buried before he died. And townspeople go looking for it, and that's when the horseman appears to protect his guarded fortune. We have 2 other trails out here. A final cut this year for 2022, and that's basically a 1920s Hollywood era film premiere that goes astray. There's a haunting that goes on, kind of a ghostly possession that happens with the lead actress in the film, and guests will get to see that. And then we have our nautical trail. If you guys came last year, they remember that as Captain's Fury. We're staying with a nautical setting, except we're going deeper into this whole theme. Basically, the theme with that is that a sea witch has sunken the whole ocean, or the village, into the ocean because the townspeople broke a deal they had with her. And so the cool thing about this trail is it's like you're going to be going through underwater, and there's a certain point of no return in this trail where you're entirely underwater, so to speak, and you see everything that lives underwater. And for us, this was a big deal for this trail because we literally had to upgrade the power to house all the toys that we're putting into this trail. So guests are going to see some stuff that they've never seen out here at Sir Henry's before. We have also completely changed and upgraded our gift shop. It's about 300% bigger. It's going to have about 300% more merchandise, so it's huge. It's its own facade and building. And then we are finishing working on our new centerpiece, which if you've come the past couple years, you've known it's been the giant tree with the jack-o'-lanterns and the light show. Well, that wasn't good enough for us, so we are doing this whole renovation with our centerpiece. It's going to be a new structure, and there's going to be a giant new prop that you will see there. And I don't want to give too much away, but it's going to be pretty epic. Basically, we're putting one of our lead characters that you've seen out here for several years into an animatronic form. So we're partnering with a local winery, Kill and Curly, again this year. We partnered with them last year for 2021, and they're producing our own custom labeled hard cider that'll be available for purchase at Kill and Curly and select nights at our event as well. You can get that in our gift shop. General admission starts at $27 and goes to $37 depending on the night, and that gets you in all 3 trails. We did 16 nights last year. We're doing 16 again this year, starting September 30th, ending that first weekend in November. I love being unique. I do not like doing the same thing each year within our own scope, and I don't especially like doing what other people might be doing. Next year's our 10th anniversary. I already have a big plan in mind for that, and hoping it plans out would be something that's not offered in this area. So here it is, getting ready to open haunt season for 2022, but I'm already in the works for 2023 for our 10th season.